Bushnell, performance is the only thing. Federal Premium Ammunition, surgical precision, terminal results. Savage Arms, better come standard. Gold Tip, start tough, stay true. And these other fine sponsors.
Hi folks, welcome to this week's episode of Bushnell's Trigger Effect. Right now, Kent and I are standing in the beautiful state of Maine in the United States of America, and we're hunting eastern turkey, but that's not what this episode is about.
No, this episode is going to take place in the Kootenay region of British Columbia. We're going to be joining Jason Bellow and his wife Sarah as they target big Merriam gobblers.
So here we are, morning before season opens. We're down here in the West Kootenays doing a little pre-scouting on these Merriam turkeys, and what a sight. Over my shoulder, we've got about 30 to 40 birds, 15 Toms and Jakes out there fighting, showing off, displaying for the girls. I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow. These birds are amped up, so am I. About 1:30, and we watched the birds this morning drop down the hill here and got into some meadows and then work their way back up here now this afternoon. So these animals, you can't, from my experience, you can't really pattern them. It's just chance. I mean, you spend your time, you watch them, you know where they go, you know where they roost. You got to get in, get your decoys out, get in there in the dark, get calling them and pull them into you. Because once they get into the afternoon like this, they just wander everywhere. So opening morning, here we are, out yesterday, did our scouting, got located on a couple good roost trees. We're up here in a meadow that we had some success in last year. Birds are starting to come awake here, they're just down below us, so we're gonna get on the calls. Decoys are out at 20 yards. We're in the new Merriams 360 blind. So let's see if we can make this happen. Some of the birds have dropped off down the hill away from us, but we do have some hens here that are pretty jacked up, so we're gonna keep working. Hopefully they'll pull some toms in with them. up and fed in the field here in front of us. And we could hear some toms down below were calling, and the hens moved up and fed up and into the next field over, into the trees. And we had a couple toms come right up at us, but we couldn't see them in this thick. And then the hens pulled them away from us, so now they've all moved away here. So we're just gonna stick it out and keep on them.
Stay tuned for more hunting action with Bushnell's Trigger Effect after this commercial break. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hunting Consultants Plus, more than just a booking agency. Now let's return to the action with Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
We went in and had some lunch, and while we're having lunch, the girls spotted some toms coming from the bottom pasture up to the top. So we raced out of there and got it back into our blind. Got the decoy set out, so they're just below us. We're gonna try and get them in and get them up here. Come out, strutted for a bit, and they kind of there with a bunch of heads and just fed away from us. So we'll just sit tight. It's only 4:30. We got lots of time here yet, so we'll sit on them. They're up here above us, so they gotta come down here eventually. Unbelievable. We must have about 30 birds over there, about 4 to 6 good toms. But that's pretty tough to get them away from the girls. We got 3 decoys out here, but I mean, when they got that many hens with them, this is pretty tough. Let's see if we can't get one to come over. Comes one. Here's one. Yeah, baby, gobbler down. Man, unreal. This other tom's attacking him right now. How cool is that?
What a great day in a beautiful BC Merriam. Couldn't have been better, couldn't have asked for a better day. You know, I got to spend it with Sarah out here. You know, our little ones are with us on another family turkey hunt, and it's just absolutely amazing. This is a species that in British Columbia is not managed at all. It's treated as vermin, and really, I think BC is missing a good opportunity here. This is such an amazing animal to hunt in the spring. They're very vocal, very active. And other than black bear, this is what we have to hunt in the spring. So really, I think BC needs to do a lot better job of managing these animals and get more people involved and educated on turkey hunting. Get out and enjoy a great family hunt together and get some good tasting turkey.
the Canadian Wild Turkey Federation is proud to present Turkey Talk.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I joined the Canadian Wild Turkey Federation because I love spending time with my dad in the outdoors. The CWTF has a lot of opportunities for kids to learn more about safe hunting in the outdoors. Watch for Kids Like Us events in your area.
Yeah, is that a big turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bigger. Oh, bigger.
big turkey, huh? Yep.
Cheese.
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 Bushnell's Trigger Effect will return shortly after this commercial break. This segment is brought to you by Westside Stores, your outdoor sports authority. Now, back to Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
So it's 5 in the morning and we came up the hill to the upper blind and the birds are starting to gobble. There's no rain this morning, so we're feeling pretty optimistic. So let's get in the blind. So there's been a lot of turkey action. We were setting up, we relocated the blind and we're set it up right by the power lines here. We saw 2 toms and hopefully they didn't see us, so we're hoping that we can pull them in now. The sunshine is really starting to come through, so they're getting more active. That was pretty close. He was just a little too far out of range. A lot of turkey action for the last couple hours here. Oh my gosh, my heart's still going. What a rush. We have the birds feeding a long way up there and they finally crossed over the fence and then something spooked them and they all went back down across the fence. So then Jason was on the mouth call and on the slate call and I thought he was gonna wear a hole into the slate call. He worked them over pretty good, but they just got to 52 yards on the other side of the fence. And that's it. They disappeared back into the brush. So hopefully we get another crack.
Lethbridge College proudly presents Conservation Connection.
Welcome to Conservation Connection here at Lethbridge College. Joining me today is Gord Cox, one of the instructors here. We're going to talk a little bit about a pretty hot topic, poaching. So Gord, what is poaching?
Well, poaching could be a number of things. Some people would say it's any illegal take of animals or fish. For me, there has to be some sort of intent. So if you have your average guy, he's read his regulations, maybe he got something a little bit wrong, accidentally harvests a short fish or maybe a little short ram, but he's made that honest effort to follow the rules and it's just made a mistake. To me, that's not a poacher. For me, a poacher is someone that has that intent, they know the rules, they go out, they intentionally break them, and it's usually for some sort of personal gain.
Yeah. Now, what are the impacts of poaching?
So the obvious impact, of course, is on our population numbers because they're outside the regulated regime of our regulations. But for me, one of the biggest impacts is on public perception of hunters. Many people don't make that distinction between the two, so they're seeing it more and more on social media, often in video, unfiltered, and they're thinking that this is the way we hunt, this is what hunters do. So to me, that perception, so it's important for hunters to talk to people, especially non-hunters, and help them draw that distinction between a hunter and a poacher.
Okay, now how as legal hunters can we combat poaching?
So the biggest thing you can do out in the field, you're the eyes. There's way more hunters out in the field than there are officers. So record that information, bring in vehicle information, write down individual descriptions, And then almost every jurisdiction has a 1-800 number that you can call in free of charge. Sometimes there's a reward, although I know hunters don't do it for the reward. And call that in and let your officer take care of it. I don't recommend confronting them in the field. Just, you don't know what's going to happen, so call an officer, let them deal with it. They have the equipment and the expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Gord. We can all play a part in stemming the flow of poaching out in the field. So now let's get back to some great hunting action with Bushnell's trigger effect.
For more information on Bushnell's trigger effect, visit our website or Facebook. Now, back to the action.
There's turkeys all the way up here already. So Jason shot called at the top of the power lines here up in the yellow line. And anyways, we got a response. So we're going right now to go see if we can get that tom. So we saw him up on the power line here. So we came as fast as we could undercover to get to the stump. And I think he left for his roosting tree by the time we got here. So no luck tonight, but maybe tomorrow morning.
More Bushnell's trigger effect after these important messages. This segment is brought to you by King's Camo. See the difference. Now, back to Bushnell's trigger effect.
So this morning we drove up in the truck to the upper power line. Jason got out to shot call, and we heard that tom from last night. Anyways, he's just up on the ridge, and he's responding to us. So we put out some decoys, set up our blind, and we're gonna see if we can bring him down. We just brought that guy down from the power lines to the decoys. Oh my gosh, what a rush. Yesterday was so amazing, and today I'm just ecstatic. We weren't even live for 15 minutes, and we got it done. Yes.
Look at this bird. Oh my gosh. Jason helped me call it down, and he is a stunner. Look at that. This has just been an amazing adventure with the family again. I just can't say enough that turkey hunting just brings us all together, and this is something we love doing. And I'm so grateful for this. Look at the whites and the caramels in this tail. That's unreal. What a beautiful bird. It's been another epic adventure down here in the Kootenays hunting BC Merriam turkeys.
Yeah, we've had a great time. I mean, there's only 5 days of the year that we get to do this. The season's a month long, but there's, it's our family time. It's a getaway for us. And we battled some weather this year. The birds were henned up, which made it a little harder on us, but we still managed to get some beautiful toms, some close encounters, and Sarah got a beauty of a bird here. So something we saw last year, I'm going to touch on again, where people crossing fences, going on private property without permission. It has to stop. It can't happen, guys. Poaching is poaching. And turn people in. I mean, you're not the bad guy, they are, and they'll wreck it for all of us. The other thing here in British Columbia is the lack of management on Merriams. They treat them as invasive. There's no tag on them. It's the honor system. So Sarah and I each got one bird. Well, with no tag to cut, it's us. It's just up to us to be truthful and not take any more of them. So that has to change. Join the CWTF and help lobby the BC government. Put a tag system in place and respect these animals. Manage them for the amazing creature they are.
Congratulations to Jason and Sarah. Those are two beautiful Merriam toms.
That's 2 years in a row, so they really seem to have those Merriam toms dialed in British Columbia. But next week, we're hoping you'll dial in for another exciting episode of Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
Canadian Wild Turkey Federation is a proud conservation partner of Bushnell's Trigger Effect. Taxidermy services for Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
I think my boxing classes are kicking in. I'm taking mosquitoes out.
Bugs.
You need me eating potato chips. The fat kid eating potato chips.
Turkey shape.
Yeah, turkey shape. Good thing you had them out of a ground blind.
What speed are we going? 8? Feels like we're doing 88.
Thank you for not killing me.
Well, I still need you around.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.